scholars, we're here for another chapter of the American Revolution. We're going to be talking about the Battle of Saratoga, which actually wasn't one battle, and it didn't take place at Saratoga. It was two battles, and the surrender was at Saratoga, so they just call it the Battle of Saratoga. Anyway, it was late 1777 in New York. See that red line? To the right of the red line over here was Patriot-controlled territory. This was all Patriot-controlled. And over here, the British were getting annoyed that little patriot groups over here and here and here were sending them supplies. So they thought, okay, let's go ahead and cut them off. So they marched their soldiers south along these black lines, and the goal was to get to Albany. And then they thought they would have troops come from the north and they would defeat the Patriots. But that didn't happen. Only General John Burgoyne and his 8,000 troops made it there from Canada because the general from the south, General Howe, decided he just wasn't going to do it. He wasn't interested. He wanted to stay in the south. So Benedict Arnold and Horatio Gates, the American generals, they had 12,000 troops. So already the British were outnumbered. Plus, this is what the Americans like to do. When the British were marching through the forest along the small roads and trails, the Americans would hide in the bushes and trees and snipe at them, taking out British soldiers one by one by one, making the British really afraid and demoralized. When the British got to Freeman's Farm, the Americans came out from the woods and blocked their path, and they held the line. They would not let the British pass. So General Burgoyne says, we're never going to do this. We need to retreat. The Americans aren't going to let us through, and he retreats. Then Benedict Arnold sees an opportunity. He knows that General Burgoyne has lost quite a few soldiers, and his troops are demoralized. He decides to attack. He attacks, and he does not give up. Fighting is relentless. Even when Benedict Arnold is shot in the leg, he keeps on fighting. Here we can see the Hessians, who were British hired mercenaries wearing blue, and the Americans in brown. Since Benedict Arnold was winning and Burgoyne knew he wasn't going to be able to win, he turned around to make a retreat. But what he didn't expect was General Gates. His soldiers had come around from the back and blocked off Burgoyne's retreat. And so Burgoyne had to make a decision. Do I keep fighting where all my men will die, and probably me too, or do I surrender? And he decides to surrender. This was a very important surrender because it was the first time that a British army with a British general had surrendered. Before that, they had just kind of retreated. So what happens is the French take notice and they say, wow, look at these Americans. They have a chance of winning this war. And they decide they're going to join up with the Americans to fight the British. This was a turning point because before this battle, the Americans were just barely hanging on, almost losing the war. After this battle, with the help of the French, they started to win. So there's a short video for you to watch. I highly recommend you watch it because it might help you with your project. We're going to be learning about cause and effect. Here in the middle, we have an event. The event is SpongeBob overeating. We have to think, what caused SpongeBob to overeat? That would be what happened right before he was overeating. He was hungry. We also have to think, what's the effect of SpongeBob overeating? What happened after he did the overeating? He was sick. You're going to do this project, and I'm going to go out so you can see how it's done. What you're going to do is I've got 6 different events down here. You're going to drag them and drop them wherever you think they go. General Burgoyne and 6,000 troops head to Albany. Oh, that happened before the battles. So I'm going to put that right there. And then you do that with each of them. Where do you think they go? You're going to have 3 over here in any order and 3 over here in any order. It doesn't really matter which order they are as long as the causes are over here and the events are over here. Everybody, stay safe and keep learning. Bye-bye.